You may have stumbled on my video called The Case Against Tattoos. In that one, I focused on an argument against getting tattooed if you are a young girl. This time, I want to address young guys thinking about getting some ink. If you're an older dude and you're already inked up, this is not meant as any sort of criticism. I'm not out to hurt anybody's feelings. Stick around if you want, or stop the video right now. All right, here we go. First, let's think about what a tattoo is for. Historically, tattoos were used for a couple of purposes. As a rite of passage for a boy into manhood, to make a warrior look fierce and terrifying. Some tribes also tattooed women, but I think that was mostly a master-slave thing. At any rate, when we were barbarians, tattoos played a role in society. Later, they came to be associated primarily with sailors. Back then, going to sea was done in wooden ships, and sailors wrestled with ropes in ice storms and harpooned whales. A sailor was a badass, and he was also a nomad because his job took him all over the world. A tattoo that identified him as a seafaring man would make him visible when some rich merchant was hiring a crew. He could make the needed connection in any port of call. This extended to Navy men who carried munitions and supplies, and Marines all over the world to fight our wars. These guys were constant targets. Their tats were both an ID and a mark of courage. In modern times of peace, tattoos became a symbol of the outliers. Bikers, for instance. Riding a motorcycle as your main mode of transportation was a pretty macho thing in the days before Gore-Tex parkas, electric starters, and built-in stereos. And again, it helped a traveling biker to find his natural tribe. It's always been largely about tribe. I don't mean those Celtic and Maori designs. I mean a young man finding his band of brothers. That has always been crucially important. That's where he did hard and dangerous work alongside other men, and gradually became good at something and sure of himself. And the occasional tattoo played a role in that. But now the trendoids and the hipsters have done what they always do with everything. They've turned getting a tattoo into a fashion statement. Make no mistake, tattoos are now a fad. And someday, the fad of being covered in permanent markings will go away, but the tattoos will remain. Let's talk about what it means to become a man. A man judges another man by one primary metric: competence. On the job or anywhere, an incompetent guy is a danger to everybody. If you're working on an oil rig or fixing down power lines in a storm, a guy who doesn't know his shit can get you killed. A guy who does know his shit can save your ass. There is no higher compliment than when another man tells you that he admires your skills. If you hear that compliment often enough, you will develop self-confidence that makes you a magnet for good fortune. If you're a no bullshit, get the job done right kind of guy, you're the one they promote when others are getting laid off. And a good woman can spot a man like that across a crowded room. The men who prove themselves in real situations against real challenges and competition are the quiet kings of our world. They don't spend much time talking about what they can do. They just do it when the time comes and everybody can see for themselves. A lot of you guys have grown up without dads. Even those of you who have dads might not have gotten much male guidance. Feminism has been trying to make men obsolete by forcing women into every role where a man could once prove his mettle. The left side of the political spectrum is teamed up with these radical women. Their plan is for government to be everybody's daddy and everybody's hero. And of course, they will be the government. Sorry to get political, but that's what's happening. The things that men do naturally have been torn down in our culture since I was a young guy like you. All of our rituals and shit-talking and roughhousing, all of the things that toughened us up and made us into the kinds of guys that real women could trust and depend on, have been whittled away at. And what we see now around us is the result. You've seen these guys. They're wearing jeans and a flannel lumberjack shirt, but the shirt and pants are both tailored like women's clothes. They have a huge beard, but they get their hair styled in a salon and wear a ton of product in it. And they have tattoos, but not a Harley insignia or an anchor or an oil derrick. They have elaborate tattoos designed by people who have studied in art colleges. These tats are not like something your grandpa got in the Philippines when he was being sent into the Vietnam jungle. No, these tats are body murals without a real reason to exist. Anybody can save up $1,000 and get a half sleeve. You don't have to be good at anything to do that. And now that everybody and his sister have the same thing, you sure as hell won't stand out in the crowd so your outlier bros can find you. In the tattoo world, the only guys exhibiting competence are the guys doing the inking. Look, all humans are made by God or nature to both follow and lead. All of us will do a little of both in our lives. The game is this. You keep your eyes open when you're young. You try a bunch of different jobs and activities, and sooner or later you find something that suits you. You try it, and something clicks. You found something that stimulates your desire for mastery, and young brother, that is the moment that your tires get some traction. You find this thing, and it might be a career or a hobby, and you set yourself to being great at it. And before too very long, people will start noticing you. Pursuits like the one I'm talking about tend to give birth to tribes. And soon you'll be valued and loved by people who see the excellence and integrity in you. That creates a feedback loop. You move to the next level, and you get another payment of respect and admiration. That fuels the next level. You're now an internal combustion engine, and now a serious level of self-confidence is inevitable. I'm a guitar player. Every time a shiny new guitar catches my eye and I find myself obsessing about it, I tell myself this: Stevie Ray Vaughan didn't need a shiny new axe. And I pick up my guitar and work on getting better. That's how you turn an aptitude into a lifelong source of fulfillment and joy. And recognition. Look, I don't want to make fun of the skinny jeans lumberjack staring into the mirror at the gym and planning his next wondrous tattoo display, but I don't want you to follow his lead, because he doesn't know where he's going. He's lost, like most young men are lost. The maps have all been covered up in layers of PC bullshit. But like my wise mentor once told me, do not confuse the map with the territory. The territory is you, the real you. And even without a map, you can find your way. When you lock into something you really like doing that also brings out your best and gets you some earned attention, your own built-in GPS will come on and you'll never be lost again. So please, don't waste your time and money on faddish tattoos. They won't make you special, and you'll probably regret them. Go out there and make your mark on the world. Earn the respect you're looking for. And if you have a genuine desire to commemorate an accomplishment or a special relationship, well then that is when you should head for the tattoo parlor. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to our channel and then click the little bell to get notifications.